Hello again, and welcome to this 8th and final video where we'll review the key stages of the job search process that have been addressed in the previous 7 modules. We're going to be summing up what we've learned. To begin with, you were advised to think about your personal attributes. These attributes will help to determine the course of your career and allow you to create a personal brand. Your personal brand is the image that you want to project. It will be based on personal characteristics such as your strengths, skills, values, and the career goals you want to achieve. Once you've created a personal brand, the second step is to create your CV. You'll need to describe your experience, qualifications, training, skills and interests, as well as your availability and of course how you can be contacted. The form and content of your CV must be adapted to your profile and then customised to suit the job that you're applying for. In most sectors, it's advisable to present your CV in a conservative manner, avoiding garish colours and bold as well as fanciful fonts. However, if you're applying for a role in the creative sector, such as graphics or advertising, showing off your graphic skills is not only acceptable, but recommended to distinguish you from your competitors. Alongside the traditional A4 page, other CV formats exist, such as the CV as a web page or presented as a video. You should also send a cover letter with your CV. Here you should develop your experience and skills, express your interest in the position and the company, and try to secure an interview for the vacancy. Your cover letter should differ from the CV by showing how you are unique. Composed in the right way, it could well compensate for any shortcomings on your CV, especially if you lack experience or your experience does not exactly match the job specification. Remember too that your spelling and grammar must be perfect. Before making a job application, it's important to do your research. Find out as much as you can about the job market of the country where you intend to apply, especially the sector you're interested in, as well as the different channels for obtaining information. Each country has national employment agencies. In the UK, there's a job centre in all major towns and cities where you can get advice on the different stages of a job search and how to apply. Nowadays, the most commonly used route for a job search is the internet, which is full of job sites. Job centres also have official websites. In terms of job boards, there are generalist ones focused on many different areas, as well as aggregators that gather vacancies from other sites. There are also sites that specialise in specific sectors, such as media jobs or European jobs, or aimed at a particular audience, such as young graduates or multilingual workers. All these sites can be used to find job offers according to different criteria. Also, don't forget that companies usually post vacancies on their company websites. If your application is successful and you're selected for an interview, it's important to prepare yourself thoroughly well in advance of the interview date. You can do this at home, starting by looking at the company's website to find out about its activities, all the latest company news, and the people who work there. You can also find information on the financial health of the company and their future prospects. During the interview, the recruiter will use a variety of techniques to gather information for the candidate to get an idea of his or her real abilities, and also talk about the vacancy and what exactly they're seeking for in a particular role. There are some questions that you should expect and need to prepare for. A quick search on the internet will give you many examples. You also need to consider your body language and posture. The position of your arms, for instance, or even your handshake can enhance or detract from the image you want to portray to the recruiter. If you get the chance, don't forget to ask pertinent questions. These can be prepared in advance with the help of your research. Finally, remember that besides the traditional face-to-face interviews, there are other methods that can be used, such as video conferencing and group interviews. These again need to be practiced. Once you've found a job, you will need to learn how best to communicate with your colleagues. You should consider all the different ways of communication, and especially the differences between verbal and non-verbal communication, including your tone of voice, look and posture, and the different ways these can be interpreted. Communicating with your new colleagues will be a double challenge if you're working in a foreign country. In addition to the language barrier, you must also take account of the customs and traditions of the UK, such as language registers, politeness and gestures. We wish you the very best of luck in your job search and hope that the tips we provided will help you to secure your ideal position in the UK, and the activities you completed on the platform will have improved your English language skills. You are now ready to complete the last unit of the platform. Don't forget that you can check the 7 previous videos if you need to review any of the themes covered.